everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's first off address the fact that I have brand new hair. So if I'm looking in the viewfinder, it's because I literally just can't stop staring at it. I just love it so much. It's amazing. I just got it done by my amazing hairstylist, Eric Vaughn, and I love it so much. I'm gonna turn the brightness up so that you guys can actually kind of see something. Welcome back to my channel. I feel like I have to make these videos every couple months now because it just seems like I'm always moving, aren't I? First off, Happy New Year to everyone. I am so excited for 2022. I have some amazing things in store for you guys, for Twin Flames, my clothing brand, and I'm just super excited about this year. I'm feeling really, really good about it. 2021, I just felt weird, like going into it. Everything felt odd. One second, because I can't deal with the light in here. We're gonna go in the other room. Okay, this is the new setup. Sorry that it's kind of messy. Anyway, I don't know. 2021 was just weird. Like, it was like everyone was just trying to like figure their life out after 2020. So I just feel really good about this year and I think it's gonna be amazing. And I'm super excited about it. But the most exciting thing is that I'm moving. Before I get into where I'm moving, let me just break this down really quickly in case you're new here.
Are you new here?
Yeah. I moved to Portland in June of 2021, so I have lived there from June up until now January, but I kind of say like December because I basically ended my lease in December. So I moved to Portland because my boyfriend, Brandon, he has a job with Adidas. So Adidas headquarters is based in Portland. So 2 years ago, he got this job in Adidas and he moved to Portland. I, for 1 year while he was living there, did not want to move there because I was living in Arizona and I really liked it. So I decided to stay on my own in Arizona. We were long distance for 2 years. And then I finally, in June of 2021, decided I'm ready to move. I'm ready to leave Arizona, and I picked my stuff up. I got scammed by my movers for $10,000. If you want to watch that video where I was scammed, you guys can go watch that. But basically, I moved everything to Portland so that I could be with my boyfriend. Like, that was literally the sole purpose of being there because we'd always been long distance, and so we'd never really had the opportunity to hang out with each other, spend time with each other and stuff like that. So I moved there, but I do not live with my boyfriend currently. When I moved to Portland, I literally moved down the street from him. Like, I live 500 feet from my boyfriend's complex. So while I've been living in Portland, I'm sure you guys can tell like my content has just kind of like changed. I just had a really lack of uploading videos and just lack of content, I feel like, in general, and I felt like that's because Portland just wasn't very inspiring to me. I do not want to like talk about Portland in a bad light because I have a lot of viewers and stuff like that. Like, a lot of you guys live in Portland, and I think Portland is one of the most beautiful places, honestly, like I've ever been. Like, I think it's so beautiful, the nature and everything about it. It's just not my vibe. I'm a city girl. I love living in the city. I loved Scottsdale, Arizona. I like driving around Houston. I just like big cities. I like New York. That's what I like to do. And while Portland is like a bigger city, it just didn't feel like the city life that I kind of like was always used to. So I kind of had a hard time adjusting there. And upon me arriving in Portland, literally, you guys, I have been holding this in since the day that I moved there. But the day that I moved there, Brandon actually got word of a new job role. So it's still with Adidas, but he like found out that there was a new role that he really wanted to apply for, and that role would require him to move. So I was like, well, you could have figured that out before I packed all my stuff up and moved to Portland, because literally he found this out like on the day that we moved there. It didn't mean he got the job. He just found out like, oh, there's this new position. I think I'm gonna apply for it. So he basically immediately upon me arriving to Portland applied for a new role that would require him to move. So the whole time that I've been in Portland and everyone's been like, how are you liking it? How long do you see yourself living there? Are you gonna stay there for a couple years? I've kind of been knowing like I was going to leave Portland pretty soon because of the fact that I just knew that Brandon was probably gonna get this new job, like with Adidas. Like I just knew he was gonna get a promotion and like a different role somewhere else. But at the same time, he hadn't gotten the job yet, so I didn't wanna be like, hey, I'm probably gonna move you guys, and then what if he didn't get the job, and then I'd have to like tell all of you guys that he didn't get it, which would have been super awkward, and I would not wanna do that to him. So I just didn't mention it at all, even though all my questions were like, how long are you gonna live in Portland? Do you love it? And I wasn't being fake, I just was kind of leaving out the part that we were basically planning to move. So long story short, Brandon did get the promotion. He did get the job after 6-7 months of me living in Portland. So we are packing up all of our stuff, all of my belongings, and I am moving on January 16th, which is like literally in a week or so. I am moving to Los Angeles, California. If you know me, you know I've kind of always talked about the fact that I didn't want to live in Los Angeles. The main reason I've really never wanted to live in Los Angeles is just because I haven't honestly heard of really great things from a lot of different people who have lived there. I always see stuff online about like it being a toxic environment, especially for influencers, and the vibe of Los Angeles. Like every time I would go there, I would love to visit for like a week or two, but I would feel like, okay, I need to get back home to like my life now. But when it comes down to it, I love Los Angeles probably 100 times more than Portland, unfortunately. And I know I'm gonna get hated on for saying that, and I'm not trying to say Portland is bad, but Portland just didn't have a lot of the things that I really wanted. I'm a basic girl. I like to have a ton of options. I love shopping. I love like Los Angeles vibes. Portland just didn't suit my personality. Like that's just how it was. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it. It's just for me personally, I just wasn't that into it. And while I've never really wanted to live in Los Angeles, if I had to pick between Los Angeles and Portland, I would pick Los Angeles just because it's definitely more my vibe. I like city, and I have a lot more friends in Los Angeles. I have Hallie, I have Nat, I have tons of different friends that I know from like social media and stuff that I'm super excited. I've been messaging them and talking to them and stuff about meeting up like now that I'm going to be living there. I also have Twin Flames manufacturer, so all of our clothing is manufactured in the United States in Los Angeles, so I'll be able to literally go to the warehouse, see the clothing, figure stuff out for work. So honestly, it's just a much more livable and good situation for me. And so thank God that Brandon got this job, because we are now moving to Los Angeles together and we are officially moving in together. I'm so stressed. I'm so nervous, you guys. I've never lived, honestly, I haven't had a roommate in like 3 years, so it'll be an adjustment roommate wise, but I've also never lived with like a significant other or anything, so it'll be very strange to be living with someone, but it honestly was just the easiest option for us, and it made the most sense for our relationship. Although I personally had always thought I would never want to live with anyone until I was engaged or married or anything. After living in Portland, which I'm so grateful that Brandon and I have had these past like 6-7 months to really like see how it is being around each other all the time, because when we were living separately, it just wasn't enough time to like be together. Literally, like if I was at my house and he had to like go back to his place and get something for an hour or two, I would literally be like, I miss you, like please come hang out with me. Like we just wanted to be together all the time, and that's just how we are. And so we just decided that it was just better if we just lived together, and I'm really excited about it because I think it'll be a really good step for our relationship. And I know it's not like what a lot of people do, or maybe a lot of people do that, I don't know, but for like majority of my friends, they do live with their partner before they get together, and I never pictured myself being that person. I never wanted to live with someone before we were engaged or married, but it just makes the most sense for us right now, and I just like literally do not want to move to another city and not be able to be with him all the time, especially because his job now is going to be like a lot more work, like traveling different places and doing a lot of other stuff. Maybe one day I can, I don't know, like I guess talk about like what his position is, but I would need him on camera or something to talk about that because it's too much for me to talk about. But I just knew that I have a lot more friends in Los Angeles and he has a lot more friends in LA, and so I just figured like we're gonna have a lot busier lifestyle, and if we're not living together, I want to make sure like we would have enough time to. And so the perfect way to make sure we have time to always see each other is to live together. And so I'm really excited. I've been doing different furniture shopping. I have so much inspo to show you guys. Like, I am so excited because I'm gonna have moving vlogs, I'm gonna have home decor vlogs, because I am changing the vibe of a lot of different things. So I think you guys are going to be obsessed with our apartment. I'm in love with it. I think it's amazing. And when Brandon and I were touring, like, we were actually so in love. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you guys. So if you guys watched Vlogmas, and Brandon and I were like, oh my god, we're just gonna road trip to California because we want to go see his family, and it was like a spur of the moment thing. It was a spur of the moment thing. Like, we randomly decided that day to drive to California, but the reason we did that is because we realized that we had to go to our apartments that weekend because we weren't going to be together for like the next 4 weeks. And so we went and toured a bunch of apartments, which I didn't get to show you guys. I have a little bit of footage from some of the places that we toured, but it was so like sucky to not be able to talk about it on Vlogmas. Like, we're touring apartments together and we're looking at all of this stuff, but we did that over Vlogmas, which I didn't include because it was like low-key at the time. But I am super excited because I'm gonna be living in LA. I'm gonna be an LA girl. Also, what's really weird is whenever I get my hair done and then I meet new people, they always think like I always look like this when this has literally never been me. Like, this is brand new. So I always feel like that's kind of weird. But anyway, I'm very excited, and I think my content is going to be so much better because I'm definitely going to feel a lot more motivated in LA, and I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff. I'm going to be able to hang out with Nat all the time. I'll be able to hang out with Hallie all the time. I don't know if that was English. My words got mumbled. But yeah, I just am going to be able to like do a lot more stuff, and I'm super excited to show you guys the different apartment and furniture and stuff we got because I've been ordering different things, and I think it's going to be amazing. So I'm very excited. I hope that you guys are excited. I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know what's going on, a little life update, that I'm moving again. This will be the 3rd time in less than a year that I'm moving. Can you guys believe at this time last year I was living in Arizona, and then 4 months later I moved, or 5 months later I moved to Portland, and then 6 months after that now I'm moving to LA. So, oh, and by the way, I'm not hiring movers this time because obviously I was scammed out of literally $10,000 last time. So luckily, Brandon and I are gonna sort it out on our own, get a U-Haul, and drive all of our stuff down. I am not getting someone to do that for me, so that's not happening. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else, but I am gonna be vlogging over this upcoming weekend because my sister is flying with Portland with me to help me pack up all of my stuff. So I'm going to be showing you guys packing vlogs, moving vlogs, just lots of different things as I get ready to go to LA because it's literally coming up in a week. Like, I'm going to be living in Los Angeles, California in a week. Is that not crazy to you guys? Like, that's crazy to me. It still doesn't feel real, especially since I've always said I would never move there. I've literally been saying for years, oh my god, I would never want to live in LA. I would never move there. I even told Nat when she moved there, I was like, I'm sorry girl, I'm not moving there. And then of course Brandon gets a job there. So of course I'm moving there after all of that. But I am really excited about it, and I think it'll be a great transition for us, and I just can't wait to give you guys a lot more content. That's really like my main focus this year. It's one of my main resolutions. I know I could blame the lack of videos and stuff like that on COVID and the pandemic, and it just switched everything up for me, and honestly it did, but also I just think it was really hard to vlog in Portland when I didn't have the lifestyle that I used to have when I was in Arizona, and I never wanted to like tell you guys like it's so hard to vlog here because I don't have any friends, but like it was like you guys were watching my Arizona vlogs and I would have Louisa over and all my different friends coming over for girls night, or we would go do different stuff and I would go on different trips. And in Portland I never made those different friendships. It was just Brandon and I all of the time, so it was really difficult for me to kind of try and show you guys my life when I felt some type of way about it. But also I was limiting myself to making friends and going out and doing a bunch of different things because I knew the entire time I was living there, we were probably moving very soon. So anyway, that is everything. I just wanted to update you guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I'm going to be posting a lot on Instagram. That way I can show you guys moving content, different furniture I'm buying, stuff, the way I want everything to look, just updates on Brandon and I. I'm gonna definitely post on stories when we're road tripping together and just packing everything up. I'm super excited about it and I'm super excited about 2022. So thank you guys so much for always sticking with me. It's another year and I'm just so so happy to have you guys with me still. I just can't believe I've had so many of you guys following my life and caring about like what I do. Like it's just like insane to me. Like just updating you guys feels like telling my friends. Like I've been feeling so weird, like I've left you guys out for so long because you guys are like my friends and I just wanted to tell you guys so badly, and so I'm so glad it's out there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and I guess I will talk to you guys soon. Bye guys.